up, Arizona? Welcome into Dbacks on Deck right here on 12 Plus. Cameron Cox, Mark Curtis, still on the field. What a day out here at the ballpark as we launched our official partnership with the Dbacks. We are the Dbacks TV partner this season. By now, you probably have heard 10 Dbacks games live right here on 12 News on NBC for free for you Friday nights in prime time. And it all got started tonight against the Braves. Mark, what did you make of the day out here at the ballpark?
I think it's awesome. You know, I know if you're watching, you probably love the D-backs as much as we do. And with the pieces they've put in place, I know their record probably doesn't reflect it, but I think when it's all said and done, this is going to be a very good, formidable baseball team down the stretch and will definitely threaten for a playoff spot. But unfortunately, they're in the NL West,
sure,
as you know, Cam, and it's maybe the toughest division in baseball. But I'm so excited that we're partnering with the D-backs. We've got, for all you Red Sox fans, they don't come to town very often. We've got the Red Sox on one of our Friday nights. Dodgers.
Yep, coming up, the Dodgers is the next one.
Yeah.
Cannot wait for May. We had a blast out here at the ballpark all day long. It started in the morning on Today in AZ. We continued it all afternoon. We talked to Tory Lavell. We talked to some big-time guests. Here's just a look at some of the fun we had at the ballpark.
He's laughing because, like,
I cannot believe they let you in all these places in the ballpark.
The access has been insane.
It's been pretty cool.
But that's what you get. I mean, I've been with 12 News for 15 years. Never have we had access like this. But that's what you get with this partnership. 12 News, Arizona Diamondbacks. You can see the game right here, and you get to be in here with us.
Yes.
You guys, we are inside the locker room with some of the best players in Major League Baseball.
And the best part is we don't need to whisper.
I know.
It's
I'm
like,
whispering.
Good morning, Arizona. Welcome to 12 News. Welcome to Dbacks Baseball.
There's nobody in here. It's just us.
It feels holy, doesn't it? Like church almost, because this is how big of a deal it is. I mean, we're standing in front of Zack Gallen's locker.
Yeah, Zack Gallen will be on the mound tonight when they face the Braves. Of course, the milkman, one of the backbones of this team for 5.5 years. I love the red jerseys, too, that they're going to be rocking, too, as well. It should be a great day at the ballpark. Justin mentioned that they were in fourth place in their division. Let me tell you this. They've had one of the top records. That's how crazy this division is right now with the Dodgers, the Padres, the Diamondbacks, and the NL West, and how close it is. They've had one of the best records, top records, I should say, in all of the National League to start the year. But all those teams have had one of the best records in the National League to start the year. So it's going to be a very tough sled for the D-backs. But as I've said all along, they've invested in this team, a lot of homegrown talent. This team can contend, and it'll be a lot of fun to see where they end up towards the end of the year.
Baseball is big right now, you guys. We've got incredible teams and incredible players. You mentioned the red jerseys.
When did you lose your purple hat?
It was getting a little tight.
Okay.
To be completely honest. I had a humongous noggin.
Both of us.
I know, golly. Okay.
I should have wore it.
You mentioned the red jersey, and there's something to that. We've got Debbie here with the Diamondbacks.
Oh, come on, Debbie. Good morning, Debbie.
Good
morning.
17th
So good to see
season,
you.
is that what you said? 17th season?
17th season, yes.
Okay, you're telling us a little bit about the superstitions and about kind of the behind-the-scenes stuff that people at home don't know when they watch a game, including these jerseys. Talking about jersey color, how does that process work?
Yeah, so baseball people are a superstitious bunch for sure.
Which is why I don't want him to touch nothing. You know, you just never know.
Don't touch, don't touch.
Never know.
And we're looking for all of our Channel 12 viewers at home to buy into the energy, the superstition, because it is real. We all believe it's real. So the jersey color is actually chosen by the starting pitcher. The starting pitcher gets to choose their color, and they get to choose their favorite color. And by the way, it's not always the same, so the player can change their mind. So yeah, that's a very, very special part of what, you know, our culture does to support our players and make sure that that energy, those superstitions, they're in play for sure.
Jerseys are such a big thing.
Well,
People go nuts over jerseys.
And you had no clue.
I had
Cam.
zero clue. So you telling me the starting pitcher, when you see them run out on the field, whatever jersey they're wearing, it all because of the starting pitcher.
Yep, starting pitchers gets to choose the color.
I feel like that's like a good thing.
Really good
it's like the quarterback of the team. The starting pitcher has got to do that.
Superstition. Listen, I talked to Gonzo last night. Gonzo has no less than 10, 15, maybe even 20. He said, you guys don't have enough time to go through all of his superstitions.
I want to hear some of them, though, because they're really interesting. What are some of
One of
Gonzo's?
my favorites, Emma, that I know you would love is Gonzo always had 3 pieces of bubble gum in his pocket. Any idea why?
Because he's a gum chewer like me. I usually keep always a pack on me.
for his triplets. He always had 3 pieces
Debbie.
of bubble gum in his pocket for his triplets. So we have tons of doting dads on this team. So I can only imagine, look closely, bracelets, jewelry, little things that our dads wear. Look at what Tory Lavell might have on. He might have special jewelry on. So it makes me emotional. This is a really cool group of people. And for fans at home, listen, if we're winning, don't move, don't touch the remote, stay where you are.
Yeah.
If something happens and we maybe slide behind, get up, switch seats, do your thing, give us the energy, play along. We need you to kind of play along this season. We need everyone to help.
And you're saying that because that's what the guys
Derek
do,
Hall.
right?
Yeah.
That's what we do. That's what Derek does. Derek has his superstitions. The remote goes in the exact same place. And when our executive team is together, if we're winning, nobody is allowed to move. Nobody's allowed to go to the bathroom. Everybody
this is
stay
so
put.
cool. And now everyone at home can be part of it too.
along.
Oh, I love it.
Real quick, Debbie. I heard you get like really emotional right there. It just it just goes to show you how connected this team is and how special this team is, right?
Oh, man, our Diamondbacks family is a family. I told you guys when you walked in, Emma didn't recognize me right away, and I said, yeah, Emma, this is playoff hair. I've had short hair almost the whole 17 years I've worked here, but I started growing my hair in 2023, and I'm not cutting it until we win the World Series.
Let's go!
We are a family, we are a bunch, and it's our time. It's our time.
This is so cool.
Listen, I cannot wait for October now.
You got to do it too, man.
You want me to-
Yes, you and Debbie.
I don't know
love
what
this
it would look
idea.
like.
I'm just saying, let's find out. Let's find out, Debbie.
My mom is not gonna like that.
Well,
She's
you know.
not gonna like that.
You
Debbie,
can
that
tell
is
how much
so
you love
cool.
this
That is
team.
so cool.
Yeah, we do. We love our family. Listen, Derek Hall is one of the more extraordinary leaders in baseball. Mike Hazen is just, he and his team are geniuses. It is, we have so much confidence. And then, of course, you know, I'm a Ken Kendrick fan since day one. He's the, family. He's the ultimate dad for all of us that work here and has invested so much in this team. And so we're on it. We're ready to go.
So not only do we want the D-backs to win a World Series,
Yeah.
we want Debbie to get a haircut at some point, right? Is that right? Is that how it
Done.
works? Is that we're all rooting for all that?
I love it. Any reason.
Superstition 101.
That's it. All right, Justin, we're sending things back into you, but more from the locker room
How
going back out on the
cool
field.
was that?
The best thing
Yeah,
ever.
that was awesome.
This partnership is insane. You said, Emma J, this is Corbin Carroll. It's good to have you. I'm so happy to be here. Love 12 News. I watch every morning. Justin, you're so great. So excited for Alice and her baby. Just kidding. That was pretty good, though, huh? Yeah, all right. We're here with Stephanie. We're talking about all of the incredible giveaways that are happening this weekend. And Stephanie, I wanted to mention because the field passes are what are all like taken for tonight. But
Correct.
you can still have a ticket and watch the concert, right?
100%. You can still get your ticket, enjoy the show and fireworks from your seat. So
From your seat.
Yep.
And then everyone's going to get this, or only if you get a field pass?
only the field pass.
Which we're giving a free one away in just a second. Yes, that's right.
The
Four.
final four.
The final four. That's all that we have left, and that's coming up in our 7 o'clock hour. Okay, I want to talk about what your giveaway. This is for tomorrow night. Tell me about the jerseys. The jerseys are like the must-have free giveaway.
Correct. And this is our first one of the season. The first 25,000 fans in attendance will receive this, our black and teal jersey.
Tell me about the teal, because this is a color that we're really leaning into this season.
Correct. And we brought it in about 2 years ago, and it has really taken off and is very popular amongst fans. So we had to make it into a jersey.
Okay, I'm telling you, people will be lining up for this one. 25,000?
Yes, and this is great quality. They are fantastic jerseys.
Oh my gosh.
Kudos
Okay, this
marketing.
this one is Saturday.
Saturday, yes.
Okay, Saturday's game. Sunday's game. Are you ready for this, parents? I know that you have been dragged to the Minecraft movie. I was just there this week too. We've got Dennis and we've got the Creeper, whatever it is. This is the giveaway that's happening on Sunday.
Yes, unfortunately, this is sold out, a sold out package. However, you can still walk around the concourse and you can find these lovely two characters if you want to get a photo op.
So funny.
Yeah.
Like, that just goes to show the Minecraft mania that these are sold out. I love that so much. Okay, something else that is also sold out.
know.
You guys are huge this season. What's this?
This is our tumbler for Yoga on the Field, which is also on Sunday. Sadly, again, sold out, but we will have a pregame yoga session right in the outfield of Chase Field, and then it includes a ticket to the game to enjoy after. However, we have another one in August, and we also have Pilates in the park in June.
Tell me how quickly these sell out.
Fairly quickly. I mean, it's 1,000 people. So it's just very popular. It's so much fun to do. It's a unique experience to be in the outfield and get to do yoga. And then, of course, you get to watch the Diamondbacks after. So, of course, it's going to sell out.
Seriously perfect. Okay, other giveaways this season that you're really excited about. I know we have the big Mother's Day giveaway. Can you give us a sneak peek?
So Dodgers weekend, already going to be huge, but it is our Mexican Heritage Weekend, which is always so much fun at the ballpark. We usually do festive foods. We'll have another post-game concert. We'll have a jersey option that you can buy a package to get a Mexican Heritage replica jersey. And then it's Mother's Day on Sunday. So all moms the first 20,000 moms in attendance will get a crossbody bag, or you have the option to buy a special package where you can take family photos on the field.
This is so much fun. This is such a great season. You and I have been talking about this team specifically. It just is a great, young, happy, excited vibe. You must love coming into work.
Absolutely. The players really make it. The way they interact with each other, the fans, they're happy to be here. They're excited. It just is, it translates to the fans. It translates to us. It's just so much fun to watch.
Hey, girl, it is safe to say I successfully stole third base. So that's something for me. Stat for Rachel. Put it on the books. Very exciting. But what's more important is that Sundays, kids can round the bases. We caught up with a few of them last weekend. Take a look. You guys ever run the bases before? No? Are you excited?
Yes.
Have you ever done this before?
Yes. Get a little dirt in your shoes.
Sundays at the home of the Snakes.
It's like fun. It's like an experience like you're a player.
Kids lining up on the lower concourse on the south side of the ballpark.
To run the bases.
I see you guys practice jog. Getting ready to round the bases, just like the pros. Favorite player out there today?
Corbin Carroll. I just like all the players on Diamondbacks.
Hitting the field every Sunday after what's hopefully a Dbacks W. Oh, look out, he's about to get lapped. Making memories during the new season, just part of the fan experience that lasts a lifetime.
Go Dbacks! Go Dbacks!
What do you want to tell other kids that maybe haven't done it yet?
It's like awesome and have fun.
Woo, go Dbacks!
And welcome back to D-Backs on Deck. Cameron Cox, Jake Garcia live here on the field, and joining us is a man I don't think needs an introduction, right, whatsoever. They've shortened your name now.
Yeah.
Luis Gonzalez is a thing of the past. Just Gonzo, right?
Gonzo, yep.
Luis, good to see you. Gonzo.
Well, welcome, guys. Welcome.
Yeah, we're so excited to be here tonight. Very first game on 12 News. What can fans expect tonight? What do you want to tell them?
Well, it's going to be a great series. I mean, the Atlanta Braves, they always travel well. They got a lot of fans, and our team's playing well, so it should be a lot of fun, and we're just excited to have you guys here for the first game ever here for Channel 12.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool. What do you remember about playing the Braves back in the day?
Well, they had some pretty good teams back in the day, so a lot of good pitching over there with Glavine, Smokes, Avery, and those guys, Chipper Jones.
Yep.
So they had some good teams. They do now too. They got a great young team over there. It's a great matchup for our ball club. We've got great young players on our team, as well as the Atlanta Braves do.
Hey, perfect segue. Gonzo, in the last block, we were talking about Corbin Carroll and the start that he's had to the season. I believe in March and April, he's now up to 9 home runs, and that's second most in franchise history, behind only yourself. What have you made of his start to the season so far?
Well, he's definitely off to a hot start. He's a great player, great person, first of all. And the way he approaches everything, he's a hard worker. I love the guy. He's a great kid. I just spent about 30 minutes with him in there, just sitting around the kitchen table, just talking baseball. And he loves the game. He's very passionate about it. He's very passionate about going out there and winning. And not only that, but he knows he's representing the state of Arizona and the Arizona Diamondbacks every time he either takes the field or he's in the community.
So what's he picking your brain about? It's like, hey, how can I catch your home run record for the franchise?
No, we don't talk.
How can I pass it?
No.
Like, is he asking you for tips that way?
No, we didn't talk about anything about that. I just obviously I told him, you're off to a great start. Yeah. Keep it going. It's a long season. Try to hold up that longevity. Right now, the way he's been swinging, he's been carrying our ball club for a while here. We've got a couple guys that we need to get going here, but I mean, his approach and the way he plays, he's the guy I'm sure the other teams circle saying, don't let this guy beat you because of the way he plays the game.
If you could talk to young Zack, Little League Zack, Bishop Eustace Prep Zack, and tell him about his life looking ahead, what would you say to him?
It turns out to be a pretty fun ride, really. I think, just keep doing what you're doing, keep working at it, and, everything kind of happens for a reason, really. I kind of always have had a chip on my shoulder, even going back to Little League, high school. I remember my grandpa would always ask me, like, what are you going to do if baseball doesn't work out? And baseball was always plan A, and it was the only plan.
You didn't think of anything else?
No, I was like, if baseball doesn't work out, we'll figure it out when we get there. Okay. But I was all in, chips were in the middle of the table. So, if I had to talk to young Zach, it all works out, and you end up where you're supposed to be.
I like that mentality because that leads me to my next question. North Carolina guy, that's that Jordan mentality, I think. But we do notice your shoe collection. Does anything other than the swoosh or Jordan brand touch your feet? And when did that passion for footwear start?
That's actually funny. There's been some shoes that have come out for other brands that I like a lot, but I have trouble putting them on my feet.
Why is that?
I don't know. I'm very loyal, especially to the Jordan stuff.
Yeah.
I'm loyal in that sense. So I'd say 97% of my collection is Jordan stuff. As a pitcher, you're not really a big swag guy, like personality. So for the cleats, that's the one way to kind of put your personality on the field. So I think it's fun. And I've just I've always admired the Jordan stuff.
You and Merrill have some pretty solid collections. I saw Merrill with the book ones too.
Yeah, Merrill does a really good job. He definitely dabbles more in the book ones, the Nike stuff. Merrill's always got something good. And sneaky contender, Naylor's got like 900 pairs of cleats that he's got.
What about a sequins purple jacket? Because we've seen Naylor rock that. Are we going to see you rock that, Zach?
I will say purple is my favorite color, but I think the sequins is a little outside my depth, so probably not for me. But I tend to, like I said, express the personality with shoes. Everything else is pretty reserved.
And welcome back to D-Backs on Deck, live from the field out here at Chase Field as we continue to get closer and closer to first pitch between the D-Backs and the Braves tonight. You can watch that game right here on 12 News. Cameron Cox, Jake Garcia, Pavin Smith joining us now. Pavin, what's the team feeling like these days? How's it going?
Oh, it's been going well. Got some good team camaraderie. Lost a couple tough ones in the last series, but we're ready to move on from that.
Pavin, I look at the start you've had to this season. Would you say this is the most comfortable you've felt at the plate in your career?
Yeah, I think it stems off of a good end of last year and just building on that in the offseason and trying to continue it this year. Yeah, definitely feel confident going into the box.
Does it feel different, or does the ball look like a beach ball when it's coming at you? Because you've been hitting some monster home runs out of the ballpark.
Yeah, I think it's just the game's slowing down a little bit. You can try too hard sometimes,
sure,
and the ball speeds up a little bit. So just trying to, relax up there and slow things down.
I don't know how much you pay attention to some of these numbers, but I'm just going to read a few off for you. Career high in walk rate, career high in hard hit rate. You're top 5 in baseball in hunting fastballs. How much of your early season success has just been about dialing in, trying to find your specific pitch that you can do damage with?
Yeah, I think my approach always is just being aggressive, and I've always had a good sense of the strike zone, so just trying to find my pitch, look for when I can lay off, and then automatically just shut down if I don't feel like it's a good pitch to hit.
Pavin, we were talking with Tory Lavell the other day. He called you an organizational success story. Obviously, a former first-round pick, still here. It was 8 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
They're crazy. Yeah. But the team kind of doubled down on you this year. They want you to be the DH. They believed in you. I guess, what did all that mean, and what does it kind of mean to have all this success finally pay off all these years later? I mean, 8 years is a long time to still be at it.
Yeah, it's definitely a vote of confidence from the team, giving me this role and this opportunity, and just trying to make the most of it. It's a long season, though.
Sure.
There's definitely going to be some downtimes this year, and just trying to just not make them as long.
How'd you stay patient through all this time, through all these 8 years, and just getting to this point now where they, want you in the lineup almost every day?
Yeah, I think this is the right time. I don't think I was ready. Definitely had to work through some things. This game's definitely hard, and trying to make adjustments and, feel like it's the right time.
Welcome back to D-Backs Baseball on 12 News. We are joined by the skipper, Tory Lavell. Tory, good to see you, man. And this is kind of cool having you stop by our desk here.
Well, first of all, I appreciate you guys having me. It's really cool for me to be here with you guys, too. Big fans of you guys. I love Channel 12. The fact that you're carrying our games right now, it's a perfect storm for me.
Okay, read the last line. You know what? I got to tell you, growing up, I grew up in the D.C. area. the Senators had left town. So my team was the Baltimore Orioles. And Earl Weaver was my favorite manager, the Baltimore Orioles skipper. And in a lot of ways, and I hope you take this as a compliment, you remind me of Earl Weaver, who would absolutely be all over an ump if he felt that one of his players had been wrong.
Right.
And yet he also understood that baseball is a lot like a chess game. So he was as rough around the edges as he was very analytical. And you remind me of an evolved Earl Weaver.
I appreciate that. I do take that as a compliment. I try to pay attention to the game. I trust my gut and my instincts, but Earl Weaver was a matchup guy before there was a computer or analytics.
Way before his time.
He had it in his brain, and supposedly he would comb over pages and pages and pages of information, and I really respected that. But you're right. I protect our guys. That's my thing. I feel like when they're wronged, that's when I'm going to be really unhappy. So in that case, when Merrill got thrown out of the game, I felt like he was picking on Merrill, baiting him, and I had to draw the line in the sand for the boys.
For those who don't know at home, Tory Lavell had a very entertaining exchange with an umpire early in the season. What kind of text did you get after that? The memes were fantastic. The facial expressions were great.
That's good. I get very intense, right? I feel like I'm a pretty even keel guy, but I spike, and when I get up into that red zone, it's not pretty. I got texts from friends, family, and my mom every once in a while is like, I don't like a couple of words you're using, Tory. One that starts with the F. Can you knock that off from now on? So I try to, but I can't.
Mom, we'll work on it.
Yeah.
We got you.
Tory, I know you've talked about it before, but I don't think you've talked about it with us. And that's your dad, Sam, who unfortunately has passed on. But for those of you who don't know at home, Sam Lavell, his dad, produced Hee Haw for years, and you grew up with some interesting neighbors.
I did. First of all, thank you for giving me a chance to talk about my dad. He was my hero. I think about him every day. For everybody that's lost their father and sitting in this part of your life, you understand what I'm saying. So he was a great man, and he was the executive producer for 25 years for a show called Hee Haw. You say that in the wrong sound to the wrong person, they fall off their chair with laughter. Sure. But it was a great show, and I saw him work so hard. He developed relationships. He made good things happen for that show, and I'm so proud of him and so proud of what he did for country music.
And Mark, it makes sense why Tory's the man that he is, right? And that's what you're big on, Tory, relationships. What do you think he would think of kind of everything you've accomplished? Have you ever wondered that?
Yeah, he'd be really proud of me. I know for sure. He didn't get a chance to see me manage one game here. He passed right before I managed my first game. But I know that he'd always talked to me about different things and different gears and different ways. And it was about life and about being a good young man and treating people well. And when he was talking to me about that, he was a great example because I watched him do it every day. Yeah. And I saw him tie in some really talented musicians and artists. And yes, it wasn't uncommon for me to walk home and see Loretta Lynn sitting at the dinner table when I got home from baseball practice. He was as kind to them as he was to us, and it meant so much to him.
And speaking of dinner table friends, Roy Clark, one of the stars of Hee Haw, used to, I guess, unannounced, show up at some of your minor league games.
He did. You know what? Thank you once again for giving me a chance to talk about Roy Clark. One of my dad's best friends in this world, a very talented artist who passed away about 6 or 7 years ago. And, much in the same, he took a liking to what I did. He owned the Tulsa Drillers AA baseball team for the Texas Rangers, and just loved baseball, but he loved Sam Lavell, and I was the son of Sam Lavell, so he would support me. And yes, I would be in a minor league stadium in Gastonia, North Carolina, and I would look up in the stands, and Roy Clark would be sitting there waiting to say hello to me after a baseball game.
All right, Tory, we got about like 40 seconds left. How's the bullpen? How's the team after 2 tough losses heading into this series against the Braves?
Yeah, it's been brutal. The past couple of days have not been easy for us to take, and it's frustrating. We are all frustrated by what's going on. But yeah, I think we got to get the bullpen figured out. We've taken on some water a little bit with some injuries and some guys that needed to be backed off of. Yesterday, half the bullpen was unavailable. We tried to make it work, and it didn't. But we're going to get that tightened up real good.
Can I ask you one Zack Gallen question?
Of course.
I was saying earlier to Cam that when you look at the matchup tonight, for example, Sale and Gallen.
Yeah.
Both heavyweights.
Yeah.
Both accomplished. Both will throw a lot of strikes.
Yeah.
Do you get the sense that Zack is getting ready to break through?
I do. Zack, for me, is always one pitch, one inning away from getting on an incredible run, right? He threw 44 scoreless innings a couple years ago. You guys picked the right game. If I'm sitting at home, I am watching Channel 12 tonight. Gallen against Sale. Yeah. If you're a baseball fan, this is where you got to be.
Number 2, Arizona Diamondbacks. Chuck and Dom, just two of the dozens of team members behind the booming sounds.
Designated hitter number 22, Josh Taylor.
And video boards.
They're always amazed at, whoa, I didn't realize there was this much going on behind the scenes.
28-year veteran Rob Weinheimer and VP of Production and Presentation showing us the ropes.
It's our goal to make everything look easy and make everything look smooth, and maybe people don't realize the craziness that is going on behind the scenes.
Proud of the fan experience they create.
To achieve success, I focus on three things: strategic planning, careful preparation, and focused execution.
Everything from the national anthem, interactive games, even messaging around the ballpark.
We plan everything out with a show format, second by second, every element. What's on the big screen? What's on the LED ribbons? What's the audio? What's the host saying? What's the PA saying? So we have to plan that out every single day for every single inning.
Down to breaks in between innings.
Every time a third out happens, we go in motion because we have to announce the first batter of the next inning exactly 1 minute and 40 seconds following the previous last out of the inning.
Third baseman number 28, Eugenio Suarez.
Ensuring everything goes off without a hitch and every fan stays engaged.
We dive in on each specific day and say, what are we doing on this day? Who's singing the anthem? Who's the ceremony of first pitch? What recognitions are we doing? How do we tie into a theme night, whether it's country night or Jackie Robinson Day?
Something incredibly special that even after all this time,
I've been with the team for 28 years.
Never gets old.
So for me, I'm always kept on my toes because things are always changing.
So much fun, and you know, when you get a desk on the field, that's a pretty good sign, and it makes it easier for us to have players stop by, have the skipper stop by, have other special guests stop by, and we'll be doing it throughout the season on our Friday night date right here for all of our 12 News games.
Yeah, so anytime we got D-backs baseball live on prime time right here on 12 News. Get ready for a full day of baseball, Mark, right here on 12, from the morning to the afternoon to the evening, including 12 News at 10, right after the D-backs postgame show. Full day of baseball right here. Don't forget our next broadcast with the D-backs, May 9th, when they welcome the Dodgers to town. And Mark, you want to stay with me, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Beat LA?
Beat LA!
We can never get tired of saying that enough, and hopefully that's what happens the next time the D-backs at 12 News link up for a date out here at Chase Field. Thank you so much for watching on 12 Plus. Mark Curtis, Cameron Cox. Have a great night.